To play cashed up, you will need a player token for each player, either a peep or a rocket. You'll need a set of cards in a suit going from 1 to 6 for each player as well. You can play, it's best to play 3 or 4 players in this game. You'll need the 1 to 100 chart, and you'll need a list of actions. So these actions represent every time you play one of these cards, you'll take that action. To play, each player chooses one of their cards and places it face down in the middle. So for example, this person might choose to do this action. This is kept secret. Everyone does this secretly, all at the same time. This player might try to do this, and then Tim might do, all right, and then we reveal the numbers now, and they get actioned in the order that they're written. So this one, banking, means that person's money is safe the whole time. So this is, we'll call this person blue, and we'll put a little gem on top of him. You can put a dot with the marker to prove that he's banked, so no one can steal from that person from now on. That action gets put face up outside of my cards. This person has to pay tax. So tax is 10% of your total. We're on 6 at the moment, so 10% of 6 would be 0.6, which rounds up to $1. So this person, we'll call them red, they go down to 5. Their tax action's used. This action must be used as one of the 5 that you choose out of the 6 cards you have. And finally, shares. Shares either pay off 20% if they come good, or go down 20% if they go bad. Now in this case, we played a 1 and a 3, and if the average of our cards is above 3, the shares pay off. If it's below 3, the shares don't pay off. So Tim loses 20%. We knew that 10% is 0.6, 20% is 1.2, so he just moves down 1 because that's the nearest whole number. So both those people are there and the blue person's there. Then that card stays face like that. Now we go again. This time I'm going to choose this card, put it face down. If an action is copied, as is the case here, then neither of us has to do this action. Now this is the only case where it's good, where we don't want to pay tax. So neither of us have to pay tax. That goes down there to show we've used it. This person chose to copy. Now the only thing they could copy is a tax card, so they have to get taxed because they chose to copy. And that's the only time that that'll be bad for them, is you'll have to copy a bad action. So that person has to take off 10% again, which is 0.5, rounds up there. All right, we'll choose another action. Okay, so these are the actions this time. This is going to work well. Tim's action gets action first because it's a number 2. So he's going to copy someone's action here. He can either steal or he can gain interest. So which one do you want to copy, Tim, out of stealing or gaining interest?
I will gain interest, please. Gain
interest. All right, so Tim is this one. He's gaining 50% interest. 50% of 5 is 2.5, which rounds up to 3. So 1, 2, 3. Tim's used his action. Now, this action comes next because it's number 4. This is for this person to steal. It'd be best to steal from Tim because he's in the lead at the moment. So I'll steal $3 because $3 is more than 15% in this case. 10% of 8 is 0.8, and so 5% would be 0.4. So if you add them together, I'd only steal 1.2 if I was stealing 15%. So I'm going to steal $3. 1, 2, 3 to bring Tim back to where he is. And then this person gains interest here. 50% of 4 is 2, so they'd move up to 6. So we're almost back where we started, but we've all used different actions so far to get there. All right, we've got 2 more actions to play in this round, and then the round's over. So, all right, let's do it. All right, so the red player has also banked. We'll put a little thing on there. So now red can't be stolen from. Tim's action comes next, which is to steal. Tim can't steal because both of these players have banked. So Tim doesn't get anything for his steal card, and blue has played interest. So 50% interest is 3, so we move on to 9 now. And then we play one last card to end the round. Out of the 2 we've got left. And so now we can see what the other players have used. This person's used their 1, 2 and 3, so the lowest they can play is 4. Tim's used these ones, and I might choose to do shares because I think, oh, well, this person has to play a 4, but then Tim might go, I don't want his shares to pay off, so I'll play a low number if he thinks I'm going to do that. And then this person might do that because they can steal from Tim. So Tim starts by banking, and actually that happens first. So Tim also gets banked. His money's now safe. This number 4 wants to steal from, no one can be stolen from, so that's useless. And this person's shares, their shares are based on these 2. You add them together. If they average more than 3, which they don't, so 5, they average 2.5, so my shares don't pay off, I lose 20%, which is 20% of this is 1.8, so I move back 2, and that's the end of that round. We reshuffle the cards, so we get our 6 cards back, and we all get different actions to choose from again. So that's how the game's played. As you go on, you think the game's slow to start with, but if you get to the number 50 and you play the interest card, if you add 50% to 50, you're on 75. So you move very quickly. That's how interest works. The higher amount you've got, the more you make from it, or the more you pay if you've got a house loan. And earning 50% interest on $1 only gets you an extra 50 cents. So the idea is to be the first person to get to 100.